Without mathematics, there is nothing you can do. Everything around you is mathematics. Everything around you is numbers. Good morning, everyone. I am going to start this session with a famous quote of Shakuntala Devi. Once again, good morning, everybody, and welcome all of you to this auspicious occasion of the seminar on ancient mathematics. Dear friends, the subject which has existed since the existence of human being is mathematics. The subject which has given us a rational life is mathematics. Mathematics is not only what we study in the subjects or what we study in the textbook. Mathematics is our culture. Mathematics is in our culture. Mathematics is in our tradition. Our ancient religious texts are a dumb witness of the glory achieved by our ancient mathematical gems called acharyas or rishis. Who knew that Tulsidas has given the distance between sun and earth in the Hanuman Chalisa, which was revealed less than 100 years back by NASA? Who knew that the devotional slokas contain trigonometric values of different trigonometric ratios? So our ancient texts, our religious texts are full of Indian mathematics. Thousands of such hidden treasures of mathematics are hidden in our ancient texts. Gives us a scope to every education student for further research. Now, only in Germany, more than 50 universities are researching only in the Sanskrit texts. And this seminar is for this purpose. To unveil some of such ancient texts in our glorious ancient texts, I would like to request Mr. Jitesh Satnami, a student of second year B.Ed, with the first seminar presentation of the day. Mr. Jitesh Satnami, please a round of applause.
Hello, a warm and pleasant good morning to one and all present here. Thanks for being here first of all, and I would like to thank my subject teacher, my mentor, Assistant Professor Lokesh Pradhan, for giving me this opportunity to say something on ancient Indian mathematics. I am pretty sure that you will be a fan of ancient Indian mathematics after the completion of this session. Before starting the seminar, I would like to speak about the definition of mathematics. What is actually mathematics is? Mathematics is nothing but a beautiful language to define this universe. Without mathematics, as sir said earlier, without mathematics nothing is possible. Also, another definition of mathematics is the science which deals with the logic of quantity, shape and arrangements. It is used in every aspects of life. Talking about its origin, that we have no clear data, no idea about the origin of mathematics. Instead, we can say that we can think, as far I can, or we can think that about the origin of mathematics is like when chimpanzees or monkeys were transforming into human beings at the time when they started keeping cattle. So what they used to do is before grazing, before taking their cattle to grazing field, they count using their techniques or tools, and after grazing, when cattle return to home, they again count the number of cattle they have. So in my opinion, that is the point of time or the period of time when mathematics started or originated. Now, coming to the history of mathematics, it would not be wrong to say that mathematics exists since creation of life, as it is a component of life, rather saying when it was originated. In Indian mathematics, mathematics was known since Vedic era, which is nearly 4,000 years earlier. Okay, we have we have a oldest mathematical document which is called Baksali manuscript, in which numeral is present, numeracy is present. Also, ancient Indian mathematics was propagated from India to China, then to Middle East countries, and then to Europe. Also, you can see the Baksali script, the 0 is represented by a dot. Next, coming to the how mensuration started. How mensuration started? You all of know about the Harappan civilization. After excavation, we came to know that every bricks of equal volume, equal length, equal height, equal breadth. So without mensuration knowledge, can we construct or make a brick of same volume? No, never. So also there are different unit of measurement of liquid, volume, time, length. Also we used to measure things using our palms, hands, foots. So this was the origin of our mensuration at that time. Mensuration was known at that time. After coming to Vedic period, before 1000 BC, use of mathematical operation was known, like addition, subtraction, finding square roots. These mathematical operations was known before 1000 BC. The terms, how we know that there exist mathematical operations, numeracy. So the terms like laksa, which mean lakhs, and koti, which means crore, and power of tens up to trillion was known at that time. Powers of tens up to trillion was known at that time. Maths was used in astronomy at that ancient time. The diameter of the earth calculated at that time by Aryabhatta and Brahmagupta was nearly equal to the exact value of the diameter of the earth and moon, which is known today. Then we'll know about the gems of mathematician in ancient Indian period. Undoubtedly, Indian geniuses have made revolutionary changes in the world of mathematics. So let's talk about Bodhyan. He was the first to calculate the value of pi, who introduced the pi for the first time, and he gave an equation, not the equation just like triplets, which was the cause of origin of Pythagoras theorem. He introduced triplets. Then coming to Aryabhatta, who is also known as the father of ancient Indian mathematics. Aryabhatta was the pioneer of the Indian mathematics, who developed the pi, who developed the value of pi, like he gave the value of pi up to 4 decimal places correctly. Then when he was at the age of 23, he authored a book named Aryabhatta, who was collection of advanced mathematical concept. There he wrote all the basic concepts for the advanced mathematical concepts. His greatest work, you all know, he introduced zero for the first time. Without zero, nothing is possible. Math is incomplete definitely. So invention of zero helped to calculate the distance between sun and moon, earth and moon. And invention of zero leads to exploration of space science. This was the major contribution of Aryabhatta. Then coming to Brahmagupta, yes, we can say the before Brahmagupta. He was unique. He introduced multiplication techniques similar to modern methods. He introduced zero related operation in mathematics. Although zero was invented by Aryabhatta, but the operation using zero, like 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 into 0 is 1, 1 into 1 is 1, was developed. The concept was developed by Brahmagupta. He authored a book, Sphuta Siddhanta, which was studied and explored by Arabs. From this statement we know that our ancient mathematics is very pure and natural by itself, and our ancient mathematics is reflected through all over the world, all across the world. They used our ancient mathematics to form advanced mathematics. Now coming to the negative numbers, although it was for the first time invented by the Chinese mathematician, but later on Brahmagupta gave rules for using negative numbers. Next, coming to what Brahmagupta said, he considered that positive numbers are fortune and wealth. Positive numbers are fortune and wealth, and negative numbers are debt. Like if you will assume 0 as if you will subtract a wealth from 0, then you will get negative numbers, which is a debt according to Brahmagupta. Likewise, when we subtract debt from a 0, then we will get wealth, which is positive number. Again, even if we multiply debt into wealth with wealth, then we will get negative number, which is also a debt. So coming to the next, Bhaskaracharya. What Bhaskaracharya said, he authored Siddhanta Shiromani, Lilavati Bhaskaracharya and Golodhyaya. His famous work Golodhyaya was written in English by James Taylor. He also invented cyclic method to solve algebra, which later on popularized by the name of inverse cyclic method by Europeans. Then after all these things, we will come to know about mathematics in classical mathematics. I would like to conclude what we learned from ancient mathematics. It's nothing but the chronology, the order. Over the period, math evolved. So what it teaches us, we should be disciplined in our life. We should start researching about things. Thank you. Research are going on.
Why did we accept the modern mathematics?
Definitely, it is the pure and applied mathematics of ancient mathematics. Applied mathematics are modern mathematics.
So till now we are accepting Indian ancient mathematics.
Definitely, there are many more things to explore. There are many more things still hidden. Research are going on.
प्रभाव कौन रहा कि मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री मॉडर्न मैथमेटिक्स ऊपर एंशिएंट मैथमेटिक्स
आमे गोटे जिनिस को स्टार्ट कर सारला परे आमे कोना सेथिरे लिमिटेड हे कि रहिबा कि ता ऊपर अगेन रिसर्च करबा आमे डिसिप्लिन हो को हबो ता ऊपर बेसी काम करबा को पड़िबो डेफिनेटली आमे नवा जिनिस खोजी कि पाइबा व्हिच लीड्स टू द ओरिजिन ऑफ मॉडर्न मैथमेटिक्स एंड क्लासिकल मैथमेटिक्स दैट्स व्हाई
वेल्थ का 0 माइनस 10 सो 0 ठीक है इज अ पॉजिटिव नंबर कैन बी
नॉट अ पॉजिटिव नॉट अ नेगेटिव
नॉट नेगेटिव ठीक है 0 टू लाइक नेगेटिव वे को सबट्रैक्ट करि परिबा कि माने 0 माइनस अ नेगेटिव नंबर कैन वी डू दैट
Can we do that? Like we know that operation minus into minus is plus now. Okay, so if we multiply minus into minus plus 0 plus, if you are adding nothing to 10, then itself a 10, itself 10.